You've had some amazing performances with some dope artists.
Yeah.
And I've got them here. I'm gonna scroll down a little bit because you had Fireboy, that was in 2022, Apollo Tour, Seattle, amazing, Joeboy as well. I mean, like I said, I have to read them because there's so many. Right?
This guy.
Hey, guys, cut me some slack today, just for today, please. Yeah. Focalistic as well. I'm a piano, and that's in Harare, Zimbabwe. Awesome, massive venue there.
That was
man.
a time.
I mean, yeah. How was that experience for you? And how did you get into that first of all? And how was that experience?
And I think first question is how I got into that is just, I think at some point when I was putting out music, I got invited to do like a club show. And I was like, I'd never done anything like that before. I was like, oh, okay, but I love going to the club. So I was like, okay, club show. I was like, I've seen people in the booth do the thing.
Yeah.
I think I could do the thing.
Yeah.
And so, bro, I go to this show and it's an amazing night. I get behind the mic and, you're just doing what you've seen people do. If you're here to have a good time, then you say, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone goes, yeah. I was like, oh,
feeling the feedback is
I was
live.
like, okay.
Yeah.
And I remember that feeling of just being able to connect in real time with other humans like that, because I care about people and I love connecting with people. And I hadn't had the opportunity before that really to connect with an audience in real time. And just that feedback loop we're talking about is like, you say something and it's like, bah.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're like, wow. So are you feeling it? You're feeling it. And you're like on the same vibe and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I remember it was just like the biggest high of some kind of, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, wow, this is special.
Yeah.
And I remember even just like people maybe DMing me after like, wow, I love the show, love this. Not even necessarily talking about the music, but just maybe the vibe or like, oh, your personality or this.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, okay, so people can connect with you for not necessarily the songs. It blew my mind.
Wow.
Completely
Amazing.
blew my mind.
Yeah.
And so then I just, really became passionate about doing more shows, about performing. I think when I look at a lot of all the artists that I look up to and a lot of the artists that I love, they're amazing performers for one reason or another. And so for me, I just, that's something that I always wanted to get into. Didn't really know what the path would be. And again, it started off being clubs. Then a lot of the Afrobeats artists started touring in America, which was amazing because then, there started to be a place for my music and the music I make to have an outlet. So I did the Fireboy and I did the Joeboy, which was incredible. But the Focalistic one that you mentioned was back home in Zim. And when I tell you that, I mean, sharing the stage alongside him, and I'm a big fan.
Yeah, it's an amazing artist.
But to your point about the feedback loop from before, there were thousands of people here, bro.
Wow.
And it was at, I'm forgetting the name. It was a Longchen Plaza.
Yeah.
And I remember getting on stage. I'd just come from South Africa at the time. I had no expectations for what was going to happen. I just knew we're rehearsing.
Yeah.
We're learning our dance moves. We're doing our cardio, our choreography. we're getting our points. We're doing the thing.
Yeah.
And I remember getting on stage, bro, and people singing word for word of just songs that were deep on the EP. I was like, where do people know these songs from? I was so confused. At some point, I was like, is anyone getting this on camera?
Have you got like one of those prompters, teleprompters?
Are we seeing this?
So they can read.
I was like, what is happening? And that was such a special moment for me, bro, because I think in the timeline of my artistry, that was a big point of encouragement and a big milestone to perform in front of that many people, but also realize that, wow, like there's this many people who are responding to the music in that kind of way. So that was a magical moment.